Gonna hold my hands up, not gonna lie. I was starting to think Virgil was done. I was thinking the whole off-white train had like totally left the tracks. The recent releases were like, no thank you, no thank you. But then he dropped a dunk. A dunk? Yeah, I'm involved. What's good, guys? Ash Bash back again with another sneaker review, and this is for the off-white dunk in the pine green colorway. So as per usual, unless you've been living under a rock, no doubt you have seen this shoe pop up on either your YouTube feed or your Instagram feed. We saw a reveal picture a while back of like a UNC colorway of these. A lot of people on the fence, especially for the added rope laces around it. Kind of looked a bit weird, but now the shoe is finally out in 3 colorways, and I've got one of them to talk to you about right now. So let's get to the unboxing. So as I was saying, the shoe released in 3 different colorways. There's the blue and yellow Michigan colorway, then there was the red and gray colorway, but I myself picked up the pine green and white colorway, and I'm pretty happy with my choice. It was kind of out of the green and the red pair. The blue one just wasn't, it's not that it was an ugly shoe, it's just that navy blue is not a color that I rock generally, and navy with the yellow, I didn't think I'd make it work. At least the green is something different. I don't have that many green shoes. I've got plenty of red ones, so if I got the red, I'll take it, but green was the one I was after, so happy to have been blessed with a green pair. But yeah, something that is good, which is different from off-whites. I haven't got any of the recent sort of trail running kind of pairs of release, so I haven't seen those boxes, but this pair comes in a different box, and it's pretty cool, to be fair. Normally it comes in that basic sort of brown off-white box, but this one comes in a super shiny silver box with a big Nike swoosh there for you. Then it's got perforated, not perforated holes, it's got a hole there, it's got holes on the side of the box. There's a lot going on. On the box itself, it says Nike Dunk Low Leather Off-White. Colorway is white and pine green. I got this shoe in a UK 10. I will be getting to talk about sizing and all that, so you can find out what size you need to get if you're going to pick it up on the resale market, because as these did release on the weekend, so you know what it is. But yeah, let's open up the box, show you the shoe. So when you open up this box, you don't find your standard black and white paper with the off-white logo and all that. You find this new orange paper that's got the red off-white text on it, and it says off-white, yeah, 2020, and some other randomish information that honestly I don't know what it's in reference to, so I'm not going to go into it. And you want to see the shoes anyway, so let's show you the shoes. And boom, here is the shoe in all its off-white glory. And yeah, the shoe is pretty fire. So yeah, silhouette wise, it's like plain silhouette wise, pretty much a standard Nike Dunk, obviously done in this pine green and white colorway, so it's already fire as it is. But as you can see, there's a loads of little touches on it that makes it different. A lot of touches that are polarizing, which makes some people think no, and some people think, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, let's get to the obvious thing that stands out straight away, is the lacing system of this shoe right here. So you do find your standard laces, where you've got the green laces right here. Pretty standard stuff. You do have the shoelace written on the lace tips like you find with all the old off-white shoes, but you also find this extra lacing system that's done in this sort of super vibrant orange colorway, and it's a thing that they've used on a lot of the trail stuff that they've released. That pair, the Kyga that came out, and the waffle, whatever that was called, the one that sat everywhere, they did it with that as well. And it's like this extra cage to the shoe, and they're held on by these little black lace loops on the shoe, which is super unique. I've actually seen people cut these off and it looks horrible, so don't do it basically. But do expect a lot of horrible lace swaps, because people are gonna get rid of this and butcher the shoe with a madness. They're gonna throw on blue or something gross It's going to happen, and yeah, follow me on Instagram, Ashbash Sneakers, because I'm going to be reposting it and I'm going to be roasting them as well. But yeah, this extra lace, function wise, I don't think it adds much to the shoe. I don't think you're going to want to really tighten it crazy, because I'm sure these parts are going to get dragged around and it might be a little bit funny on the shoe. So that's something you want to avoid. But I personally might try and change it myself. I'm thinking maybe like a white or something like that will make it look a bit nicer and calmer. But to be honest, these actually kind of oddly work. It's a weird thing with colorway. Sometimes it doesn't work in your head. You see it like, don't make sense. But when you see it in person, kind of ain't too bad. These rope laces as well have shoelace written on them. And they have little green lace tips as well to kind of make sense of the whole madness to the shoe. But yeah, enough with the lacing system. It's enough to do with that. It's cool, but also weird at the same time. But yeah, let's talk about materials of the shoe. This toe box is probably the softest leather I've ever felt, like ever. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Like, it feels ridiculously thin. Like, to touch it, it just moves, and it makes me feel like if one of them people that's got like a big toe that points up when you walk is gonna bloody come through this. Obviously it's gonna crease like mad, just is what it is, but it's so soft. Actually feels like it could actually rip off. That's how soft it feels, but it is high quality, so I can't moan at that. When I was picking up my pair, I didn't take the first one that was given to me. I had to take another one, because I think with soft leather like this, you can find little random creases that just happen to stay because maybe how the shoe was stored in the box or whatnot. I actually saw this pair in SneakerCon in London a couple months back, and they were all butchered, like the toe box and all of them. I don't know if they really tightened this like I was mentioning before, but all the toe boxes were oddly creased and it wasn't nice, so I was a bit worried that that's how the shoe was going to be. But looking at my pair, it's not too bad, to be fair. So, but just remember that this leather is super soft, so if you do find some little random creases and marks, it's just, I think this is how it is with material like this. But yeah, around the toe box, obviously done in that lovely plush pine green, again in super soft material, very nice to the touch. Obviously got your green swoosh there, and this mid panel hair done in that super soft white leather as well. Towards the back heel of the shoe, you do get the standard off-white orange tab, which you find with all the shoes. I think some other newer ones had a different color. I'm pretty sure my Hallows Eve had like a turquoise little mark there, but standardly orange on most of them. Back tab says Nike on the back here, and I believe this flips up, but I don't, should I do it? Yeah, I'll do it, why not? So yeah, it's basically not stuck down on the shoe. It flips up, nothing crazy to it. On the Nike Air Max 90s, it had some text underneath it, but this one is just plain. On the medial side of the shoe, it's got the standard text printed on the shoe like you find with all the off-whites. This one says off-white for Nike, Nike Dunk Low, Beaverton, Oregon, USA, circa 1985. Standard stuff. The tongue is done in this white leather, and it's got that vintage looking Nike off-white tab on it. Very, very cool. Sole of the shoe, boom, again done in all pine green. Very cool little touch. Insole of the shoes are actually pretty fire, to be fair. I hate taking out insoles, but it's a sneaker review, you've got to show it all, ain't you? So let's take out the insole. Pretty thick insole. It has the same information that was written on the top of the box with the off-white and red, all the off-white information, and at the bottom of the shoe as well, which is cool. Has a basic print of the sole of the shoe on that. Is that a standard thing and everything? I feel like I haven't seen that before, but it's what you find in the shoe, so it's cool. But anywho, gonna chuck these on feet, bring them back, show you what they're like. Let go. And we're back. That was a quick look at the Nike Dunk Off-White on feet. And yeah, I haven't spoken about the hang tag or the zip tie even on this shoe. This one's done in white and it says Off-White Co. 2017. Zip tie. Nothing crazy to be seen there. I think this might be the first white one I have seen. I know those waffles, I think they were like a darkish green. And obviously orange on the earlier, or red on the earlier pair. So yeah, it might be the first one that's done in white, but it's a zip tie. Some people leave it on, some people leave it off. I always leave it on because I feel like it pisses people off and they always look at your shoe like, zip tie, what is that? But yeah, it's what it is. Anywho, sizing. So before I got my pair, like the day I got my pair, I saw some people online saying, can I do a size swap please? These fit me huge. And I was very scared that they were going to be big on me because I seem to always have a problem with my sneaker sizing. Like I might wear a 10 in one shoe, then an 11 in another shoe. So I never know what I'm expecting. But I got these in a UK 10. I rock UK 10 in Jordans. All my Jordans are UK 10. All my Air Force 1s are UK 10. All my Air Max 1s are UK 10. And I got these in the UK 10. And to me, I think that's the size that I would go for, to be honest. I think if you don't mind a possible snug fit, go half a size down. Because my toe is pretty close to the front. But like on this side of the shoe here, you can like press it down and there's like no toes there basically. But that happens on a couple of my shoes anyways. I think it's just how my feet are shaped. I don't know if some people's feet literally cover the whole toe box, but mine don't, to be honest. And yeah, so toe space is pretty fine. Like there's not a massive gap where I can push down the front of the shoe, there's nothing there. But towards the side of the shoe, there is a gap. So I would recommend for safety, true to size, should be fine. Obviously that's what most people did anyways. But if you don't mind possibly a little bit more of a snug fit, half a size down you can probably get away with. I've seen someone say they'll even go a full size down, but let's not get carried away with ourselves. But yeah, end of the review. Hopefully you've enjoyed. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notifications every time I upload. I literally just released a video. What day was that? On Saturday, which was 13 sneakers reviewed in 12 minutes. 13. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new sneakers still to review. So definitely subscribe so you can see those. But yeah, I've also got my top 19 of 2019 video to come out, still deliberating it. This is another pair that's probably going to wind up somewhere in that list, maybe. There's been a lot of heat, so who knows. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Ash Bash signing out. There you go.